and you got one resource saying,
we'll help you for $500. We'll help you for $1,000.
Oh, we're over here for $200. You're tugged in all these different directions because resource overload is so real.
I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Piper Jasmine, and as you guys see, I am back home. I am so excited to be back in Atlanta, you guys. I was at the club last weekend actually, and I remember I closed my eyes and I was like, I'm home. This is home. Not the club, but the city. Atlanta's such a vibe. Hey, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Piper, and I'm a rising second year medical student, and I love to do advice videos and share like my experience in medical school. And I know that a lot of people are starting medical school this year. You guys have probably already started or you're about to start, and I thought that it would be a really good idea to share my top 10 resources that I use in my first year. There are so many resources for medical school. Atlanta is such a vast place, and one thing that people know, they know medical students are broke, but they also know that medical students, they are 4.0 students, they are achievers, they are the academic validators, they know the brains of medical students. So there are just so many resources that are also so expensive, and in your first year, you're like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? I need to pass my exam, but I don't even understand glycolysis. Like, how do I understand all these processes? Like, and you got one resource saying,
we'll help you for $500. We'll help you for $1,000.
Oh, we're over here for $200. And it's just like, you're tugged in all these different directions because resource overload is so real. And it's such an overwhelming feeling. So I ranked my top 10 resources that I use in being successful in medical school. These resources like that I'm gonna share with y'all are top tier, and they literally carried me throughout my first semester because I was struggling. It really helped with understanding the concepts and down and all of that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in hearing what my top 10 resources for medical school are, make sure that you keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. Watching my latest videos, I've been mentioning a giveaway that I'm going to do. So I'm going to give you guys a hint. It's related to back to school. So if you can comment down what you think that I might be doing and might be giving away for the back to school year, comment down what you think it is. That will enter you guys into a raffle to win the bundle that I'm gonna be surprising you all with. I've been saying this for a while, but I swear it's coming. This month, July, has been my freaking internship diary series. Next month is back to school series. So the giveaway will be in August, and I will be releasing what the giveaway is the first week of August. So I know I keep saying it's coming, but it is coming. We just have to finish up the internship series. So anyways, let's get into my top 10 resources. Okay, so can I get a drum roll, please, for number one? Number one is Anki. Do I even need to explain myself why Anki is number one? You're gonna hear, look, let me tell you something. A lot of people are going to tell you that memorizing is not key. Memorizing is not going to help you. They're wrong. They are wrong. Like, honestly, some things you do have to understand, but understanding also comes with memorizing what X does to Z, what Z is, blah, 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 blah. So I always hate when people say that, and that will be like people's number one defense for using Anki. Memorization isn't going to help you. Actually, it is. I will remember just random things from an Anki card. Not that that's like a flex or whatever, but I personally like the repetition of material and the things that I'm learning because you're learning so much in school. So with Anki, you're able to get that repetition in, and I'm not gonna go through like my Anki setup. I can in a different video if you guys want. Just comment it down. Like if you guys want to see how I have my Anki set up. I like to be able to do that and to consistently make sure that I'm reviewing old material as well as new material. I love Anki, and I also have like a cute little Anki remote too that I'm gonna put in my Amazon link tree. But Anki, it's the best thing ever, and I'm very lucky where our upperclassmen in my school is very supportive supportive. So I have like a lot of Anki decks that are directly correlated to our lectures, and it's just a great way for me to review the material every single day. It like kind of calculates what you miss, so how often you're seeing cards. Like, I just really love that. And I also study like different decks. Like lately I've been using the Anki deck for step 1 prep. So I just love Anki. I'm forever gonna stand by Anki. The Miles Down deck for the MCAT, and I'm an Anki stan. Like, nothing will ever change my mind about that. And then with the remote, like, I'm literally just clicking through. It's like a game to me. Like, ooh, 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 A, B, C. Like, it's so fun to me. Number 1 is Anki for me. I'm sorry, but just give it a shot. Just give it a try. Okay, drum roll please for second place of best resources for medical school. Bootcamp. Bootcamp? Oh my gosh, you guys. I was a skeptic at first because I don't like to spend my own money. So when Bootcamp came, I don't remember if they came to my school. I feel like they gave my school like a special promo code or something. Hello? That's just how it is. Okay. I didn't see your text message. Okay. My mom had an attitude. But Bootcamp, it hands down like carried me so well in school. And I finally broke down once I hit organ systems. And Bootcamp has so many different resources. Like, their videos are so well done and so condensed. And their practice questions are amazing. Just for understanding generalized concepts. And don't even get me started for like the gross anatomy practice questions. Like, they have cadavers with real questions, first order and second order. Thing with histo, like, they have actual slides to ask you questions and to really get that practice in. The only reason why I'm not listing Bootcamp as number 1 is because it's still a developing site. So every single content that I went through in school, sometimes it wasn't on Bootcamp, which is understandable because they're still developing. But that's the only reason why it's not number 1. But it just offers such a wide variety of things, from 10-minute videos to practice questions to practicals to practice exams. And then they also have a step 1 question bank with like UWorld style questions. I didn't really use those as much, but I know a lot of people who did and they really liked it. But like I said, Bootcamp carried me hands down. So number 3 that comes in top 10 resources is Lippincott. And Lippincott, it's a textbook, I believe. Yeah, it's a textbook. And I love Lippincott questions. Their questions are top tier, especially with the anatomy and embryo stuff. I try to find Lippincott questions before every exam that kind of correlates what my exam is about. And I feel like they just prepare me really well. It really helps me gauge my understanding and the concepts. And so I like I said, my school, we really help each other a lot. My school, it's so family oriented that upperclassmen, I think they passed over some of their Lippincott questions that they were able to get. I don't really have any recommendations on how to like get Lippincott. Maybe try Library Genesis. I actually think that I get Lippincott through my school as well, like our school access. So I just probably Google, maybe Reddit, ask around, but I love Lippincott questions to study and practice for. Number 4 is Amboss, and I discovered Amboss later on in the semester. Amboss is super good too because of their practice questions. I think this is like a fairly new platform compared to everything else that I've mentioned so far. Amboss, I really love that they have like board style questions. My school and my exams, we don't use board style questions only until we get into our mini boards. So when I discovered Amboss, that really helped me like just tailor exactly what I'm doing for my mini board. And I love that how you're able to kind of select the subjects that you want your test or practice questions to be about. And on Amboss, which I found super duper helpful, is that you can create a study plan. So I was able to like put in when my test date was, what I was studying for, and it would generate questions for me every day. So I love Amboss because of that, and it just came in clutch for all my mini boards. And I'm gonna use it throughout my year 2 for step 1 prep and my lectures in school. Okay guys, so sorry we took a little quick hiatus. I'm back now. Sorry if I look like disgusting or sweaty. I just went out for lunch with my mom and my brother. I think we stopped off with Amboss, and I have like welts on my arms now from the Amazon boxes. So, oh my gosh, can you guys see these welts? I should have never touched those Amazon boxes. Now I'm in hives. My nail is broken. I am just a girl. I can't deal with this many trials and tribulations in one day. It gives me anxiety. I'm an Amboss Amboss Ambassador. Y'all, these hives are crazy. I have to send a picture to my mom. Honestly, what does Amazon put on their boxes? Like, why am I breaking out into hives like this? And one of the really cool features about Amboss, and I had to throw that in with Bootcamp because I so forgot about it. Amboss does have an app, but what's also really cool with Amboss is that they have like a plugin for Anki, and it's like the coolest thing ever. But on your Anki, it will like highlight key phrases, key words, and like Amboss kind of acts like a dictionary or like Wikipedia, and you can just pull it up and it'll be side by side. And it's so great because for me, my first semester, I really learned that one of the things that I struggle with is actually definitions. Like, I will just glaze over terms without fully understanding them, and that causes me to really miss out on like key conceptual stuff because I don't even understand the term, don't know the basic definition. And so while doing my Anki cards, I can always just click on that word and Amboss like will pull up a whole article on it, and it's just great because it really helps solidify your understanding. With Amboss as well, they have a lot of like pictures and graphics, and it allows you to kind of do like fill in the blanks, and that was really helpful for anatomy, for example. With just having to like fill in, what organ is this, what vessel is this, those interactive quizzes that are on Amboss as well. And the last thing about Amboss did have a little like prepare for second year kind of crash course, which I enjoyed. I haven't finished yet because, as you guys know, I was doing my away rotation for the whole month of June. I'll see what the article is for the day. Like, I think yesterday I went over signal transduction, and then I'll do my Anki card each day for the crash course. There's like 5 practice questions, so then I do the practice questions. And I think like how I would kind of compare Amboss and Bootcamp is I feel like Bootcamp is really good for like learning, and I feel like Amboss is really good for implementation. Like, I was using Amboss more for practice questions. So coming in number 5, we have Ninja Nerd. You guys, this man has saved my life so many times, and he's on YouTube. So this is a really great top resource to use in med school, Ninja Nerd. Like, and if I had discovered him earlier, like when I was younger, a freshman in college, struggling with Gen Chem and whatnot, I would have used Ninja Nerd. He is like the best, and like I said, I really realized that I'm a visual learner, and so what I do when I watch Ninja Nerd, like I draw everything out with him on like my iPad, follow everything. Like, I just love that he's able to conceptualize stuff really well in drawings, because that visual kind of like component, it just really kind of clicks with my brain, and it might help you like literally just seeing, okay, so enzyme travels from the cytosol to the mitochondria, and then this enzyme adds a phosphate and it got the ATP from here. Like, it really just helps like break it down really well, and he's just so great. He makes everything so clear, and just like I said, seeing the drawing and seeing how everything correlates with each other, it really helps for those processes, especially for like biochem and even physio. Like, he was great for physio. It just all helped it make so much more sense as opposed to just reading it in the text. So 10 out of 10, chef's kiss. So coming in at number 6, this is another YouTube channel, and this is Alila Medical Media. I don't know how to say it, but I randomly came across this because, like I said, with the whole visual stuff, I was always typing into YouTube like animations and stuff like that. This YouTube channel right here, these animations were very top tier. If you might have like understood it, so you didn't really need like an in-depth 45-minute-hour video from Ninja Nerd. These Alila medicine media videos, they would be like anywhere between a minute and like 3 minutes. They're really short, and these aren't like actual drawings. These are like more graphic and stuff, and it's so great. For example, they had a animated video on like the different heart sounds, and that was really helpful because it had the murmur for each sound, how it looks on the EKG for each sound. So there's another one for respiratory, which was great, and spirometry, some shit like that. Literally explains everything from tidal volume, residual volume, inspiratory, residual volume, all that great stuff. And so like those kind of like actual medically related kind of things I would find more on the allied media Allied Medical Media YouTube page, and like Ninja Nerd was really good for processes like glycolysis, a TCA, or like embryology development. So just to kind of like, you know, distinguish those two YouTube pages for you guys. But the best part about both of them is that they're free because it's on YouTube. Just make sure you guys watch their ads because they're literally great and they all deserve it. So coming in at number 7 is Osmosis, and my school actually provided Osmosis for us. Osmosis is like, think of Khan Academy, but cuter and like a little less boring. No hate on Khan Academy. Khan Academy would just like put me to sleep every time I watched it. I was never a Khan Academy girl, but it's kind of like, it kind of gives similar vibes to Khan Academy. The videos on Osmosis also aren't that long, probably around from like 3 to 8 or 7 minutes would be a typical Osmosis video. It's very concise, very sweet. The thing about Osmosis and why it's kind of ranked low for me, it's not something that I use pretty often. I would say I used it more during BP, just in terms of like more basic stuff. But that would probably be like one of the cons with Osmosis, is that it just doesn't go in depth enough for me and for what like I needed to know and understand. So it was really good for those like simple and really sweet and easy, or like if you needed a refresher. But if you definitely needed something more in depth, then that's probably when I would go to like Bootcamp or YouTube. Coming in at number 8 is Complete Anatomy. So Complete Anatomy is a 3D program for you to have like visual presentations of bones and vessels and nerves and the whole human body. It's a really powerful app, and I definitely didn't use it enough. Complete Anatomy, it gives you the blood supply, nerve innervations, insertions, origins, actions, and all of that with the muscles, the bones, everything. And it, like I said, it gives you that visual representation too, and you can even isolate that bone or muscle, nerve, or artery or whatever. So coming in 9 is Access Medicine. Once again, my school does provide the students with Access Medicine, and Access Medicine, it's just this database with a whole bunch of different test books and question banks. And so we like, I don't even know all the books that are on there, but there's a lot of board style books on there, books catered for like medical education, I would say. But I would say Access Medicine is great because it just has a very wide variety from like clinical style questions to basic science questions. And because my school, for our first year, we start off with basic principles, like the basic science practice banks really came in handy a lot, just testing and understanding my knowledge. I really enjoyed it. I would say though that the test banks are kind of limited. Sometimes one section or one chapter would only have 10 questions, and that's just not enough. And then sometimes for another book with the questions, it's just randomized, like you can't select the topics you want the questions to cover. That would be the con, and it's like, I feel like just kind of a waste of time to be like shuffling through all these different textbooks and resources. So that's why I didn't really go into Access Medicine that much, but it's still a great resource to have if you ever just want additional questions to get through after you finish like your main resource. Last but not least are your peer tutors. You guys, tutoring is so much better, I feel like, than, I don't want to say go, like obviously go to your professor, but I feel like if you participate in peer tutoring, it's very beneficial because it is so helpful to see how other students get things. But if you're able to, you know, schedule a tutoring session with some upperclassmen who did well in the course, or even like with just peers who are doing well in the course, that's so helpful because it's like, oh wow, like I didn't think of that. I didn't think of thinking that way, but now that makes sense because, you know, we're all kind of starting at the same square one. So if they're able to get it, they might be able to break it down in a way for you to be able to get it. And so peer tutoring at my school has been so great for me. I've always had really good outcomes with my peer tutoring sessions at my school because all my tutors are just so smart and amazing and patient, and they always give me the best advice and help me see things in a different light. If your school offers like a tutor tutoring service with peer tutors, definitely give them a chance, like seriously. And that was number 10. Save the best for last. Okay guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope it was really helpful. I definitely understand that resource overload can be so overwhelming. It's like all these different resources and it's like, what the fuck do I choose? What do I do? Like, but these are the resources that helped me, and I hope that this video helped you guys when it comes to deciding what resources to invest to or to try out while in medical school. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe. As always, I will see you guys next time.
But I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do, because I can see us holding hands.